if I'm correct, this should be able to. No, I'm not that lucky. Okay, I'm gonna finish cutting them off. I'm not worried about these little holes in the bottom because they'll just act as little drafters to suck air up in. Now let's get these ones cut off. Hooey! Get them off. This time take a little break. It's 22 degrees Celsius. That is 71 Fahrenheit. It's warm for me. Oh. That combined with the smell that's coming out of the grindings and stuff like that, I need a little break. Oh. And a drink. Now, I'm still thinking about the top of the bottom and what way to do that. But it will sit a lot better on those concrete blocks with those handles off because it'll just be flat on the blocks instead of having the handles tipping it, which is much, much better. Alrighty. I'll get back with you in a few minutes, guys. they're not long enough. That'll be my door handle. This will attach it to this door of the stove. One thing less to worry about. Alrighty, before I go any further now, I'm just going to put some indents in here, and then I'm going to go and look for some drill bits. But the first thing I'm going to do is dent this. I actually punched all the way through anyway. See, that's what I was worried about there. That one's no good for that. Stand up, my wooden friends, stand up. I didn't want to dent it like that, so I'm putting the holes there first. I can swing at that now. It's better. See, I could probably just poke this nail all the way through there and get these screws to go in, but I would rather drill it out and have nice clean holes. So I'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty, got my drill bit. Here's my drill. It's like a little socket wrench. This is a high-speed steel drill bit, so it should work. Should work just fine for this. Now I don't need to cover my nose or anything for this, but I am going to take it off this tall block and put it back on the short one, so it's not so tippy. Not so tippy. See that? You know what? Power tools only work if you plug them in. Just keep that in mind, guys. They only work if you plug them in. Now we got 4 nice little clean holes. Let's see if I got them in the right spots. Yes, yes I do. Look at that. Marvelous. Now I need to get this piece out. And that's probably going to be better if I cut it with the Dremel. Probably the easiest way to do it. So let's cover my face back up. My dandy mask. And I'll start in on this. Oh, where's my gloves? Where's my gloves? Not so bad using the drill. But for this, I definitely want gloves on because this thing sends a lot of vibrations. I think it's time for a new disc. Cutting the circles are a little bit harder on the discs because you're moving it around and it tends to eat the disc up on the edges. Hence the, I need a new disc. That worked rather nicely. Now I'll get that piece attached. I'm going to need my socket set because I want to make sure that goes on super tight. And I think I'll put the bolts on the outside so I can keep an eye on them. But not only that, I'm going to try damaging the thread and the bolt, and I'm going to cut them off. And then I'm going to like notch them so that they don't back out. I have this all playing out in my head. I hope it works properly. I do have my socket set. I'm going to have to maybe go in and get a better Robinson screwdriver because this one is, yeah, this one is too small. So I gotta run in and get a Robinson screwdriver, and that should do it. So just give me a second there, guys. And that literally only took a second because I know right where the screwdriver was because I had it out for another project I was doing. Not really a project, I was just doing something for Nicole. I'll laugh. So let's see about getting these on. Now I can take off my gloves for this for a minute because I do need a little bit more dexterity than the gloves allow. I'm pretty good with the gloves, but oh. For these, I've got some lock washers in here. They're small, but they still will work. Hopefully. Put some of them right there. Do they fit? No, they don't even fit. That one don't even fit. That's okay. Not 100% necessary, but would have been a nice little add-on. Now, do I have a socket that fits these? That one's the smallest one, and guess what, guys? It's too big. I think it might do it. Might. We will try. If not, I'm gonna have to go in and that might actually take a bit of digging to find my smaller sockets. So hopefully this works. It's kind of nice how those things are falling right in the bucket. It's kind of annoying that they don't have to go in there. Fortunately, this is not too bad because I have lots of these. Way more of these than I need. But just dropping things is annoying. In itself. Now comes the moment of truth. Oh, that's just spinning around the bolt. It did tighten it a bit. Not where I need it. And so, plan B. Now I'm going to cut these off, these two at the very least, and what I can do is I can actually just bend these ones. will stop them from backing off. Maybe I'll just do that with these too. Now they cannot bend back off. I can actually hammer them down a little bit. A little bit more. Now they cannot back off at all. And this has got a very tight seal. From a funnel one. Still debating about putting a hole in here so I can put a screw in to draw it tight. But that's a debate, that's not a need. So we'll worry about that later. It's coming along, guys. I may actually take the door off of my old stove, because I remember when I cut the piece out of the stove, it didn't stay curved, it flattened immediately. So I might just take the old door and use that for my new stove. That's going to have to be the last thing that I do, because I do need to get some... I need to get a door cut in this, as well as some drafter holes. So let's kind of see what I want to do for the drafter holes. They're going to be from here to here. There's my square gun. I saw it there a minute ago. I'll fix that up. Good thing the bucket is not big, but guys, I'm losing things in there as it is. So this is gonna be this is gonna be a bit tricky. I'm sure there is a nice, easy way to do this, but you guys know me. It's going to be straight enough across. I don't know if you can see that okay or not. Who knew? Okay, so I got some sections there marked to cut out. That away. That away. That away. And that'll give me about the same size opening as what I got. I can even go a little bit bigger, but I'm going to do about the same size opening I got. So for that, I can take this piece, which is the piece that I cut out. As you can see, it went really flat. I put the bends on the corners. But I can use this to give me my marks for my door. That'll be my door cut out. Now comes the fun task of actually cutting this out. And I'm going to do something a little different this time. So just give me a second, guys.